Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that likes to send negative energy your way. I do feel like for many of you, this is somebody who has tried to do a spell or pay for someone else to do a spell, or they've, gotten their hands dirty and filed a complaint where you work or tried to take things that belong to you. This is somebody who has some level of kind of like looking down their nose at you. They're condescending. They may be older than you or feel like they're better than you in some way. But I think they also are threatened by you in some way, even if they don't really want to admit it. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchan. Ooh, or a lot. I'm sorry. That was like the Saturday special. Hello, Nathaniel. Hello, Carrie. How you doing? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And I've also got that in my description box right above where you can find my memberships if you're interested in joining. We will have another live stream for members only in a little under 2 weeks. All right, so we're going to start off with the Noisy Tarot. Let's see what else we've got. 5 of Swords, Hierophant in the reverse, which is, by the way, another 5. So we've gotten 3 5s out of 5 cards. Highly unusual. Statistically significant. This is not a nice person. They like to check up on you too. This 2 of Wands, I get somebody's like watching you through the internet. This is somebody who does not feel like you do things the right way, or this is somebody who feels like you don't respect the people that you should respect. But they don't respect you. They're doing whatever they can to try to mess you up or make things difficult for you. Justice in the reverse. 5 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this is somebody who's looking to do something that most people would not be comfortable doing. This is somebody who wants to make things difficult for you. It's not just like, I'm going to celebrate if things are, a bit of a struggle for you. It's more like, what can I do to like throw a banana peel in your way? So this is someone you've got an active argument with, or someone who feels like you have done them wrong. I don't know that they've talked to you about it. We've got the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, another reference to, I want you to not be able to pay your bills. I want you to not be like independent or self-sustaining. I'm going to limit you or cause issues for you with regards to that money. Now, if you notice, we got yet another 5. That's a lot of 5s. So 5s are about change. I feel like this is somebody who has been successful in slowing down or limiting your finances, but they're not going to be able to do it for much longer. Sun in the reverse, 8 of Wands, Queen of Cups in the reverse. This feels to me like misdirection. It's like they're mailing you this negative energy, but you've moved and not left a forwarding address. So it just like doesn't go anywhere. There's something here that's changing. It could be because you're going through a spiritual awakening, but there's a layer of protection that this person does not anticipate, or there's something here that has changed that makes it so they cannot have any influence or impact on your finances. I feel like it's kind of like they lost something. Hello, how's it going, Khalil? We've got Hanged Man in the reverse, 7 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. A refusal to change their opinion or change their approach. They may have actually had to sacrifice something they didn't want to. I feel like this is somebody who is worried that they've been caught by somebody else doing what they've been doing to you. It's like, let's say, obviously this is a general reading, so there's going to be different variations. But let's say this is an in-law, like a mother-in-law or father-in-law that doesn't like you and thinks that their kid deserves way better than you. And they want to prove that their kid could do better than you by making you look bad, right? This is like their kid finding out, oh, so you're sabotaging my partner. You're trying to make life difficult for the person that I love to show to me that I should not love them. If anything, that shows me I shouldn't love you. So we've got somebody who's sent this negative energy or been really toxic, wanted to see you fail, and they get caught or they get real nervous that somebody has figured them out. And this changes things. They might think that you figured them out. Hello, Selena. How are you doing? Hello, Voyager. What's going on? So we have escapade and threatened, vacation, hideaway, adventure, embarrassed, and appearances. So there may have been, or there may be coming up, a trip or a situation where these individuals are not on their home field, right? They're out of town, or one of them is. But we've got our Queen of Wands struggling a little bit because they don't know how to explain what they've been up to or what they got caught doing to this individual. We got soulmate and poison, toxic. So you know that this is somebody I consider to be my soulmate. This is somebody that I love, and you're over here being toxic. Awesome. Yeah, I think we have somebody getting caught. This is someone who does not approve of you. Forbidden love. You're not good enough. I don't think that, the person you're with deserves to be treated that way, or, they deserve somebody who's richer, whatever it is. We've got judgment coming through on your energy from somebody that it's like they're betraying someone they're connected to. It could be that this is a romantic rival that's trying to make you look bad, but I feel for most of you, this is like a family connection or somebody who's like, you're not good enough. But we have anxiety, scared, and panic underneath the toxic energy because somebody has been caught. There could be legal consequences for this, especially if there was anything like identity fraud. Maybe there was even taking somebody's mail out of the mailbox, which I believe is considered mail fraud. Tell me if I'm wrong, but there's a law broken here because somebody was pretending to be someone they're not. And I feel like they did that in order to cause you problems, but now it's causing them problems. Definitely a backfire type situation. This is the Egyptian tarot. What else do we have? The Emperor, the Tower, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a person who felt they had the power or they could do something to cause a significant damage or cause you grief. And this would make somebody feel that you were not a good, it could be whether or not you get hired, but we have the soulmate card. So I feel like this is, you're not good enough for somebody that I care about. So I'm going to make you look as bad as I possibly can. And the Ten of Pentacles seems to be a confirmation that this is, for most of you, a family member, somebody who's like overly protective and meddling with the love life of somebody that they're related to. Six of Swords. the Fool, King of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, you've changed something. Whatever you've changed, it's like altered the code. It's changed how to like mail things to you. Whatever it is, it's like now they can't find you. They can't send this energy your way. Everything is starting to come back on them. They're probably dealing with consequences as well as whatever that energy was that they tried to send to you anyways. So you got King of Pentacles and Three of Wands. I feel like this is three things, three positive things that you're going to hear, and it's going to benefit your money. So you don't have to pay this. This is super discounted for you, or hey, you don't need to buy that. I've got one of those. There's going to be significant savings or things that go your way. You're going to feel very lucky. And it's because this person's been like holding back the abundance that's supposed to be yours. It's like you got like 3 years worth of abundance coming your way. You just saw Katy Perry getting like, what is it called? Slimed? I think it's slimed. Like that, but with money. So we've got the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Wands and the Stars in the reverse. Yeah, I don't think you're good enough. I don't think you're on the level you need to be. So this is somebody who's done countless things trying to find a way to make it seem like you just can't possibly be the person someone would be in love with. You don't get to join the family, right? Very controlling. Queen of Wands in the reverse, Two of Cups, Nine of Cups in the reverse, Four of Cups in the reverse. But even voicing their opinion, their dissent, or their, I don't know why you would want to be with somebody like that. It doesn't have the impact they want. It's like, okay, so I told you I don't approve of that person, and you were just indignant and said, tough titties, I'm sorry, I'm not going to change. So then I decide I'm going to like use spell work, or I'm going to do something to make you look worse so that I can convince my family member that you're not worth it, that you're not actually the person that I want to be with. They might be trying to frame this person to look like they're going after this person for money or for some other non-love thing, right? But the Four of Cups is in the reverse. I feel like there's a underestimation of how tight the two people that are in love are. Like they're very close. They talk like openly, which is probably something this Queen of Wands in the reverse doesn't really do with their own partner if they have one. Yeah, this Two of Cups seems very strong. Hello, Lemonade. How are you doing? Hello, Caroline. How's your day? Ghost. And the Cursed Castle. That makes sense. In the realm of shadows where memories are host, the echoes of what is gone still haunts me the most. A tower of shadows, crumbling stone, once a golden cage that now shines no more. So I feel like we've got somebody who's very self-important. Maybe they used to have more influence. Maybe they used to be much closer to this family member of theirs, but they're like overdoing it, right? Like this is not their choice, and this is beyond meddling in a relationship. This is trying to cause a breakup, which I'm not a fan of. Hello, Key Controller. So we've got Labyrinth and Harpy. Labyrinth says, among the confusion of the twisting turns and the endless chase, will I find myself in the heart of the matter? Sorry, in the heart of this maze. Maze. What do we have? I think the maze is a reference to the family situation, trying to figure out who you can trust, trying to figure out what you should move towards, because I do think that this is kind of like a larger group. I don't think it's just like 3 people. We've got Harpy, a creature of many guises. In storms I soar, amid virtues and vices, a reflection of life's score. So this is our Queen of Wands. I keep score of everybody. I judge people. You don't make enough money. You don't look right. I don't like how you dress. Like, this person's super judgy. There's so much better things to do with your life. Okay. This is the Edgar Allan Poe. Let's see what else you need to know. Oh, it rhymes. Nice. What else? Nine of Cups in the reverse. Again, we just had that over here. The Lovers. You're not good enough. I don't care if you feel like this is your soulmate, right? Because the Lovers can talk about soulmates. Someone says, I choose. And I don't think that person's good enough. So we could even have a situation where somebody's thinking about eloping because the family doesn't support their decision. Nine of Wands and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This is a big old L for loss or loser. You choose. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Whoever's trying to tell somebody how to live their life or who to love, they're not going to get their way. But this is also about money. Like, I see money. Like, you know, when you go to a casino and there's those silly coins that like fall out, that's what I'm seeing. But it's like falling out from the Queen of Wands like a video game. This money is totally going to go to you. Like, it may not be direct, right? I'm not saying necessarily this person's going to drop $100 bill and it's going to fall right into your pants pocket. Totally cool if it does. But this is, they've gone too far. They've done too much. There's something changing here in the atmosphere, and it's rerouting their spells towards themselves. Queen of Wands. She's only got one eye open. It's because she's missed something. I say she because it's the Queen of Wands, but let's remember that in the tarot, we don't talk about gender like that. This is just energy. But this Queen of Wands is the person that has been sending negative energy towards a King of Pentacles. Again, does not have to be a man. The King of Pentacles is somebody who does have good intentions and is somebody's soulmate. They have a great connection, but the Queen of Wands doesn't approve of the King of Pentacles. And yet, whoever this is that they're trying to like influence, they're like, I don't care if my family approves or not. I know I'm in love with that person. I know I want to be with that person. Like, whatever. Hello, Bitchy Tata. How are you doing? Hello, Tabs. Well, this is a general reading, but feel free to check out my playlist if you want something that is like based on an astrological sign, for example. You're on fire. What else? The Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse because somebody is saying, I'm not going to choose what you think I'm going to choose. I'm fine going off on my own. I want to be with this person, and if you don't approve, that's your problem. So especially if there's some sort of attempt here to convince somebody you can't be with this person, or like, I'm not going to include you in my will, that kind of thing. It doesn't matter. It's not going to stop this person. I know who I want to be with. I know that's my soulmate. If you don't like them, that's your problem. But we have the Two of Pentacles clarifying the Lovers, another indication that there's a choice, right? I have to choose between the person I love and this Queen of Wands or the family. But when I think about family, or when I think about where I feel safest or that somebody understands me, I don't think about this Queen of Wands. This is somebody who judges me for everything. It's like, well, if you wanted me to choose you, maybe you should have been nicer. Maybe you should make me want to hang out with you. Hello, Grant. How are you doing? Ace of Wands, the Tower, Queen of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Yeah. I understand that you have opinions. I know you don't want me to be with this person, but I'm going to make the choice that feels right to me. And you can choose to be mad about it if you want. You can let it end our relationship. You can choose to go no contact with me. You can cut me off and not, include me in your will. That's fine. But I'd rather be with somebody that I love, this Queen of Cups, versus the Three of Cups, people that only love me if I follow their rules. That's called conditional love, versus the Queen of Cups, who offers unconditional love. Now, just curious, why would I choose love that you judge me for and it's conditional and I have to like jump a certain way in order for you to love me, over unconditional love with a soulmate? Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. You don't have any reasons. If they have any reasons, it's probably like money related. Um, it's not a very convincing argument that the Queen of Wands has. And yet they were so confident that they were going to come out of this like victorious. I don't think they're getting what they want. This is the Love Oracle. I need to do that too, Grant. Chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion. Hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. Soulmates. See, the thing is, before I met this person that I see as my soulmate, I was feeling kind of hopeless. I felt like I didn't know where I was supposed to go in life, or I didn't feel like anybody understood me. So for you to stand there and ask me to give up this person who, after all those years, finally showed me that someone could understand me, or even like appreciate my ridiculous jokes and things, it's like, why would I give that up? I waited how long to find this? So it causes a pretty big argument with this Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is bluffing. There's an argument, maybe an ultimatum, maybe you don't appreciate what I've done for you. But whatever the Queen of Wands is saying, they're exaggerating, or they literally are trying to make somebody look worse. They're trying to basically like manipulate both sides of the situation, right? Family. Spying. This person's looking for any information they can find to make this soulmate look bad and get their family member to, break up with them, not choose them. I just want you to reject that person that you consider to be your soulmate. Is that asking so much? No, it's totally reasonable. They are creating a story, or they're trying to make the love interest look bad, but I don't think they pull it off very well. We have this obsession card, and I feel like it makes the Queen of Wands look worse, that they have tried so many different things. Remember, we had the Nine of Wands. They have done something over and over again, or they have tried different ways to get to this King of Pentacles. And that means that other people have seen this behavior, or there might be auditable things that show they called this many times, or they're the one who submitted the complaint, or whatever it is. I feel like once that comes out, or once this person's really exposed for trying to drive a wedge in this relationship, that's when it's just like over. And we have somebody finally choosing this King of Pentacles, like for real. The King of Pentacles also came out as the Queen of Cups. This is why we don't pay close attention to gender. This is a loving person who offers stability and has good intentions, but for whatever reason, they're not good enough in the eyes of the Queen of Wands. All right. This is the Voyage of the Soul. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles, please. Intimacy, partnerships, romance, union, soulmates, answers, clarity, transparency, justification, disclosed and bare, and compassion, empathy, forgiveness, holding space, and listen. So that compassion energy, this is that Queen of Cups, right? And the intimacy, this is definitely confirming this is the love interest, right? There's a very strong bond here. And I do think that this love has helped each of the soulmates to understand more clearly who they are and how they want to live their life. So there could have been a little bit of a spiritual awakening or like Kundalini. It's not going to be easy to anybody that wants to separate these two because there's a very strong bond between them. So yeah, there is definitely some sort of spell energy or negative influence with the haunting card. And another indication that we might even have like a psychic attack or maybe generational curse. But I think part of the problem here is that this Queen of Wands is so dramatically different from the person they're trying to influence, even if they are parent and child. This is, I think, somebody who's trying to control a version that it's like you're a mini me, so you should do what I tell you to do. That's, no. Mm-mm. Maybe when I'm 4, not now. So we do have a reference to generational curse now that we have the ancestors card. Foundation, root, family, lineage, and security. You may be breaking free of the expectations that a family has passed down for generations. You may be upsetting generations of your family, but I do feel like you're doing it for the right reasons. You want to be in a healthy connection, and it's like whatever this parameter or this requirement is that the Queen of Wands has doesn't seem to be worthwhile because you've clearly chosen somebody that wants to do right by you. This is the Tarot. What else do we have? Nine of Quills or the Nine of Swords. One of the spookiest pictures in this tarot deck as well. It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. So once I figured out that I could control how you perceive this person, maybe by making things happen or making them look bad, I couldn't stop thinking about it. They put together some sort of a plan to make this King of Pentacles look bad. But it's like they were trying to blot out the sun, and all they had was like key lime colored bed sheets. Like, I don't know. This person did what they could, but when you're trying to make someone look bad who has a very strong reputation and a very consistent character, like, good luck, man. Like, I don't know, why don't you climb Mount Everest instead? They fail. They can't do it because you have very consistent energy, or your person, whoever is this King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Another 9. So we had 9 of Wands and 9 of Swords come out in the other decks, right? And then we also have 9 of Wands here. I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore, and I hold within my hand grains of the golden sand. This is like, yeah, no, I've definitely had to fight my way to get over here. I do feel like somebody has to travel to be with their soulmate. They know they have to sacrifice, or they know they have to give up something, or they know they're going to have like an argument with this family. But it's the price they're willing to pay for somebody that they're in love with, or, you know, having the life that they feel they should have. Hello, Jamie. How are you doing? Ace of Wands in the reverse. 7 of Swords in the reverse. Another 9 of Wands in the reverse. So they have found out they failed. They're realizing that this family member of theirs is choosing the love interest. 7 of Swords in the reverse. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be here. I don't care what you do. I intend to marry that person. That's my soulmate. I want to be with my soulmate. So, sorry. And I feel like this Queen of Wands is shocked. Hello, Thor. How's it going? Oh, thank you. King of Swords in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. So I tried to change how you live your life, or I tried to control it. I tried to alter your perception of somebody and, you know, make you feel like this person wasn't going to be good enough for you or isn't good enough for you. But when you try to manipulate things like that, sometimes you get the exact opposite outcome, right? It's like when people use reverse psychology, right? If I just told you what I want you to do, you'd probably ignore me. So I'll use reverse psychology and maybe that'll work better. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Wands in the reverse. All of my efforts, all the things that I tried, right? 9 of Wands was when we saw that repetitive energy. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, it hasn't paid off. I did everything I thought I could. I thought I was going to be able to influence you. And here I am losing, not getting the answer that I wanted. Hello, Kevin. How are you doing? Page of Cups in the reverse. 8 of Cups. Ace of Swords and the Empress in the reverse. So, to be honest, it does feel to me like there's somebody here who realizes that the Queen of Wands has been trying to manipulate you and has lied. In other words, I feel like there's more than just you and this controlling person and a love interest. I think there's other members of the family that see that you've chosen to walk away, that you don't care if you lose favor with this person or that you're not going to live life the way they tell you. And their reputation or the way people view them starts to suffer in part because they were attacking somebody's character that didn't deserve it, right? So again, if you're going to wish ill on other people, expect that to come back on you. And if you're okay with that, then sure, it's worth the risk. But otherwise, like, this person would have done much better to just like mind their own business or be happy for somebody that found love. And instead, they wanted to be controlling and manipulative. And now the universe is kind of like, okay, well, we'll teach you just a little bit of a lesson then. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And I hope to see you on my next reading. Doodles.